Just claim everything. What are they trying to make people spend on anyway? Who is it? Ugh. That's very uninteresting. Very uninteresting. What happened to all the new cool characters that they was trying to give us? What's the event about? Just test runs? Nothing? Oh my god, I'm in between the events? What is this new button? What's going on? Why can't I collect everything? What the hell is going on? That's literally all that I want to do. What even is this? Yeah, we'll do that. At an eventual point. Oh crap, I just remembered one more thing I gotta do.
Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Woo! Where did you come...
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages! And now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway?
Literally in that chair, he just said the invisibility spell.
Hey, what's with the silence?
I wish Paimon didn't speak.
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Yes, we should roast Paimon so she could shut the hell up.
Never mind. Paimon's got nothing. There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Yes, anything to shut Paimon up.
We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere.
I'm so glad Wuthering doesn't have a Paimon character to speak for us.
Enough with the silent treatment!
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
Alhaitham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru village. Bold of you to question our choices.
Yeah, you're all talk.
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aru village feel about what we're doing?
What are we even doing? We're not doing anything. What's wrong with you, boy? Boy, you got mad, boy. Answer yourself. Come on, game. Can't do anything.
In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
Why not? Why would they lie? We're trying to help them too.
You mean some of them lied to us?
Obviously.
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons. Remember what Candace said? Most people in Aru village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether King Deshret or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village. Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
Those eyes, those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the the mad scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are King Deshret fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the radicals' next target.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then why would she lie?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it!
Yeah. I need to do something, don't I? What's happening here? Unclaimed rewards. Remaining daily double drops? Oh, yo, I kinda wanna try the double drops. Books could be interesting. 886. Philosophies of Gold. Oh, well, it's a Thursday. Huh. Yeah. I mean, oh, I have a lot of that. What's our weapons needs?
Mm.
Is that? Where is he? That doesn't seem right. Maybe it's this portal. What's this portal? Oh, come back here. Get these fools
There
set
is
up.
no escape. Yeah, skyward. Hiya! Ha! Ha! Hiya! Ha!
Oh, wrong one. She's got her signature. She's got her signature. She's got her signature. But signature, 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 non-signature. Okay. Calamity color. Goddamn. Yeah. Ah, that's a cool one. Wow. Wow. Damn. Jeez, let's go Noel. Wow. Hmm. This looks very cool. Oh yeah, what I was actually gonna do. Weapons. I gotta synthesize like 3 more of this. And then I gotta synthesize somehow get someone. I have oof, wow. Don't I have a thing? I might not. Maybe I don't. 5 of them. That's just...
Once
No.
there was a glorious
No.
kingdom.
No more glorious kingdoms, thank you. What do I need to think? Well, we could do the weapon later. I mean, it's like 70, right? Yeah, it's 70. And Damas is also 70. What are we even missing? Holy crap, I need a lot of kills on this guy. Okay.
Yeah, skyward, scatter. Shine down.
Strike a pose! Time to shine!
Make way for the acceptance.
Hey there! A proper
Torn to oblivion.
That's fun! Watch out! Fire! Well, with rock. Hey there!
Yeah, skyward.
Yoo-hoo! Let the world come alive!
Spray cloud converge.
Watch out! Hiya!
There is no escape.
Ow.
Absurd.
Not entirely sure how she died.
Ah.
Not even sure. Did I even ever see that? What does this book do? What's the other one do? Whatever. Let's do
Tea
it.
parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
Okay, 4 here, 3 here. Okay. $27, 18. Well, this is the only bitch. What does Sandin give us? More attack? Base HP.
Ah.
Yeah! Skyward!
What the hell?
Oh, looks like Margaret is talking with those two people over there.
There's Zarya.
Wait, is that Rosaria? Huh. She's standing next to an adventurer Paimon doesn't recognize.
Say no more, Valerina. I'll continue to help you out, just as Victoria requested. Look after the cats, check up on their health, give them a bath. These are all things well within my
I
capabilities.
don't
That doesn't solve our biggest problem, though, Miss
recognize this
Rosaria.
outfit she's wearing.
The cats have been so anxious. If we can't get them to trust us, they're sure to get sick from all the anxiety. We just opened, and the Furball Fortress is already about to go under.
Well, panicking certainly isn't going to solve the problem. The fact is, neither of us has a way with cats. That's not something I can change.
Hi, Rosaria! And hello to you too, Miss Adventurer. Sounds like you're all really worried about something.
Our cat saviors! They've appeared already!
Saviors? Seems a bit sudden considering we just met.
I'll try to keep it short. My name's Valerina, and I really like small animals.
Is she a
Recently,
ballerina?
I've been trying to set up a shelter for stray cats. I call it the Furball Fortress. I thought it would be a good way to rescue those poor animals that have nowhere to go. Plus, getting them off the streets will improve the overall environment and look of the city. It's a win-win. The sisters over at the church heard about my plans and sent over the kindly Miss Rosaria to help.
I wouldn't exactly describe myself as kindly. I just accepted the assignment from Victoria. After all, I was the only one with any knowledge of medicine, or the spare time to help.
Well, it seems like you've got quite the plan, Valerina. Thanks for bringing us up to speed. So, what had you so worried just now? Are you short on Mora? Are you missing something you need?
No, I've got more than enough Mora. The funds, the location, the supplies, all the various procedures. They've all been settled. The main problem is, the cats. They, keep swatting at me. They're always hissing and swatting. They won't let me approach them, not even with treats.
The cats are afraid of me as well. They run away the minute I'm in the vicinity.
Oh, Paimon has heard something like this before. There's something about certain people that just makes cats afraid. Huh. A kind-hearted cat rescuer who doesn't get along with cats. Seems like just visiting the cat's tail would be enough to leave you flustered, let alone running your own cat shelter.
That's why we consulted an expert. But Miss Margaret wasn't able to offer a solution to our problem. She's short on workers, so she couldn't spare anyone to help us either. She did give us one piece of advice, though, to enlist the help of the honorary knight and their trusty helper in white. We had just wrapped up our conversation, and the next thing we knew, you two appeared before us like saviors sent by Lord Barbados himself.
Well, Paimon's not sure how much Lord Barbados would know about taking care of cats. But that aside, we've never even worked at a shelter before, but somehow we've been turned into the saviors of the entire operation.
I mean, Barbados knows a thing or two about taking care of giant pets. I'm sure cats are easier.
Well, that's true. Even if Paimon has no experience working at a shelter, she's confident she can get on their good side just fine. Like, that's all we need to do here, right? We just need to show Valerina and Rosaria how to get friendly with the cats, and everything else should fall into line.
Feel free to focus your efforts on Valerina. Just call me if any of the cats need medical attention. If you all can keep the shelter running with minimal effort on my part, this errand might turn out to be a good use of my time after all. It's better than church activities in any case.
Ah, so that's why you agreed to help. You just wanted to shirk your church duties.
Well, I guess I should show you around first. Follow me, you two.
I don't think I'd get
Let's
stuck
make our
into
way
a
to the Furball Fortress.
side content over here. Holy crap, this skill never went off cooldown? It paused its cooldown? Bro, that's nuts. That cutscene was like 3 years long. Are you actually kidding me with this? Nuts. Jesus fuck. Let's go kill the thing again. I wish I could drop like 5 or 6, like fucking Genshin devs, man. They just wanna sell their microtransaction energy resource bullshit resin.
Illusion shattered.
Showing you...
Skyward. Scatter.
Hey there! Coming at ya!
Now you shall perish. Ha. Make way for the objective. This one is no...
Watch out! A silver send down! From the Cena Whistler! Watch out!
Shine down. Inazuma shines eternal.
Got that fucking thing going on. Wow, through the shield? Little asshole. They made this guy a pay-to-win fucking garbage. He shouldn't hit that hard, in my opinion.
Skyward. Scatter.
Watch out! Watch out! Strike a pose! The lightning echo and snow!
Ah, hate this. I hate this boss. He has a fix. This guy has a phase where he's literally almost entirely immune to basically all damage. Like he goes to like 99% damage resistance just to do some bullshit one-hit kill move that passes through whatever shields and barriers and everything else. Stupid. That's material they could really sell. Which, let's see if they do. That could be why. Oh, it's probably this one, right? No, they sell this one though. Huh. That's the one for this. That's not even hard to get. Hmm. They sell it right there again. Oh, this one, the half-off one. Yeah, I guess they don't sell stuff like that. Ah, stupid resin money. I'm not actually even sure that that gets some more resin money. Like, do people really...
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on. Earn her trust.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you Traveler?
Guess she can see us.
Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better? Why's that? That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Yeah, we came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation.
Simon, shut up.
Even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a
MC,
while.
please.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru.
You can make your own fit. Who cares what your
Some
family
believe
did?
in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in King Deshret. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Oh yeah. Wolftivists are like
Yeah.
that in the West.
Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
You can tell them. I'm sure she'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Alhaitham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
There are ghosts?
No.
I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance, and always carries very raw emotion. It
But
used
every
to be
night?
louder and more frequent. But ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often. And when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But, because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
I think they
Veneris?
used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
Yeah, let's go!
Oh, we can do another fight. Need this fool.
Skyward! Scatter!
Oh, brilliant!
Illusion shattered!
Hey there! Ha-ha!
There is no escape!
Yoo-hoo! Let the world collide!
Seize the skies!
Fire!
Illusion shattered! Now ye shall perish!
Ah, bad timing.
Shower me with praise! Let my name echo in...
Scatter! Skyward! Make way for the...
Watch out! That's fun! Oh, attack!
There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal!
Wow, I'm just inside his stupid timing.
No constraints.
Every single time I'm on rotation, his immunity is on rotation. How crazy. Well, we're getting there slowly. Maybe 2 more fights. Maybe 3.
Skyward! Scatter! Sounds good to me. Skyward! Scatter! Illusion shattered!
Ha-ha! Coming at ya!
Quick, let's pack it up.
Oh, is this the place? It's in terrible shape, and there's sand everywhere.
empty and forgotten. An ideal place to hide people.
Character didn't
That's
disappear.
close enough.
Skyward!
Can't look up in the sky like this.
Shine down!
Watch out!
I'll be back. I'll be back.
I don't think you will. Oh, there it is.
Monsters! Watch out!
Oh, crap.
Strike a pose!
There is no escape! Stray clouds converge!
Coming at ya! Ha-ha!
Skyward! Scatter!
Watch out! That's enough!
Shine down!
Let the world collide!
Seize the sky!
Watch out! They were
I
easier to
completely
use
forgot
than
about the
someone had
slapstick
expected.
thing.
Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or, you know, something like that. He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one.
How the hell did he do that?
Let's go in and take a look.
Hey, Ethan, we haven't found squat. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a break.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read? What are you reading? Let Paimon see.
Okay, sure.
Huh? The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion in contrast with an object in forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences,
This reminds me of
every
thermodynamic
entity
laws.
displays the tendency to follow its natural trajectory?
So, you got that?
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya.
Laws of motion too.
How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey, what good is that gonna do for you? You're acting like one of those annoying grown-ups who go around nagging people to focus on their studies. Hey, what gives? Shouldn't you be the one providing for Paimon? Oh, right. Okay then. Thank you for working so hard and earning so much more. If it weren't for you, Paimon would probably still be floating around in the ocean somewhere. Thank you.
Probably not, you celestial weird super OP final boss level god than you. Also super annoying.
Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
There it is.
Let's find this ghost and
It's
talk to
coming
it.
from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below. Something is off about the interior here.
There's no way we can get down
there. As I thought. There's a hidden structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms around here.
They
Let's keep
may have been
exploring.
experimenting instead of treating. Oh,
Sunglasses are great at keeping the sand out of your eyes so you can see your way. Except at night. Then you can't see anything at all.
they cutscene me to death. What was the point of that?
May I present?
Ooh. Scaramouche.
Coming at ya! Watch out! Where did that come from?
Okay.
There is no
I guess
escape.
let's get the party
The show
started.
begins!
Skyward! Now ye shall perish. Ha! Ha!
But a momentary distraction.
What the hell? There's barely anything in the super chest.
Skyward!
Hey there!
Huh.
Coming at ya! Ow!
Ow! The fuck did that happen?
Shine down!
How brilliant! I'm loving this treasure hunt. Strike a pose!
Perhaps one should invent some form of curio discernment mechanism.
Skyward!
Oh. What the cooldown so quick? What is this cutscene about? Magic Oasis? Very confused.
Quick, look! Up in the sky! Look at the scorching sun! It's like a blast furnace! You know what this means? It means we have to drop everything right now and make a... Yoo-hoo! Let my name echo in song!
Make way for... Inazuma shines eternal!
Attack! That's the way. Hey there!
There is no escape!
Shower me with praise! Let the world come alive!
Yeah! Skyward! The audacity! Seize the skies! Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion!
We are at 9, right? Because it's an asshole. But if we can get 3 in the next fight, we will actually get to where we need to be.
Yeah! Skyward!
Damn it. Jesus, I need a key for that? Oh, Jesus.
Just what will we come across this time?
Maybe I don't hate it that much.
If you are presently unoccupied, perhaps we could stop a while at one's abode for some repose and conversation.
Scatter!
Do you even have artifacts? For some reason you do not. Can we just give you anything? The white-haired chicks, the black-haired chicks are taking over. Good enough. Guess we get into a scuffle.
Shine down! Ha! Yeah! Skyward!
How the fuck did that happen?
Watch out!
Why can't I hit it? God, they're so annoying, I can't hit them. Fuck off elevation already. Oh my god, let's just do ultimates.
Propagate! Illusion shattered!
Oh, the black blade. $80 out of 80? Rank 5. I can almost 90 it too. Its crit rate will go up. It's a good ass sword.
Shine down! Watch out! Propagate!
What is this? Is Genshin from Walmart? No, man. Why Walmart?
I have high hopes for this journey.
Cool name. Damn, my microphone was blocking the whole chat this whole time? I didn't even see it. That's... Another key? Oh, it's out. Okay, so they're having all these sections. Were they just keeping people here and... Alright, Wailing Ghost, reveal thyself.
Look, there's someone over there.
Why is his cries only audible at night? Because wind picks up and less noise?
Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarm.
Too late for that. I'm sure he's hella alarmed by now.
Wait. You're...
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather. Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No, and that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life. Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with people?
Possibly.
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. In their haste, they
No,
failed to
damn
notice
it.
Razak hiding in a corner. The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
How could I
Why
accept
do you
co-op
say
right
that?
now?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Not exactly. He went into combat mode with us.
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Correct. The academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, the academia spread a false rumor of King Deshret's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the academia. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the academia. All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto King Deshret's followers. Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since King Deshret's death all those years ago. Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises. Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of King Deshret and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the academia that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed: the scholars' identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons. An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Resource? For what exactly?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
With the technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely possible. Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night, when no one is watching them.
So, the human brain... Nope,
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Paimon's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge? The Academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge, but what is their ultimate goal? I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the Academia may as well shut its doors.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. The Academia's actions run contrary to their rules. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
Took me how long? And you're not sure?
You can say that. Simply put,
Yes, save every
I
last
don't
person,
blindly place
obviously.
my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want. The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the Academia, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
You're probably right. Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed.
Isn't that
If
an
only
obvious
Miss
thing?
Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that. He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us. We'll work out our next step after we return to
This
Aru
had
village.
that Diablo 4 kind of desert soundtrack, right? They all kind of have similar deserty soundtracks. The great sands and dunes of the desert. Healing soundtracks. They never fail to convey the emotion with these. Oh, you know, I could probably just go right ahead. Oh no, mistakes were made. Oh, no cutscene yet. Alrighty. Go see what this bad boy wants. hard explosion.
Strike a pose! Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Ha! There is no escape!
Oh, why don't I
Fly
just
to
kill it
oblivion!
with this?
Erase those threats.
Ow! How did you get erased with your threats?
Hey there!
Bro, he like cheesed us into a corner with his stupid vacuum. Stupid vacuum cleaner. I hate that shit. And I'm really locked into the ulti. I cannot just switch to my jumpy. Jumpty. Yeah, sure. Of course it's 2. I had 100% feeling that it was going to be 100% 2. Because sometimes this game gets real greedy and resin. They have it coded such that you kinda, when you need it more, you get less. And it should honestly be always 3 or more, but it's like insanely greedy. It should be between 3 and 5, like, oh, you either get 2 or 3. Oh, so stupid. You have a chance of getting 2 from freaking level 1. Why would that not go up quite considerably at this point?
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
Oh my god, they're like freaking 90 and like world level like 8.
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar Hospital served as the Academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru Village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst.
Man, she is attractive.
One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the Academia.
Huh? Are our friendships that shallow?
The little kid.
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue. Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is, Sino's the mole. Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Alhaitham, since you were always acting alone.
I know. You have a point, but I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the Academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you? If you want to raise a vicious wolf, You need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The academia is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing a thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
You're saying that the academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of computation.
Huh?
The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
It predicted my every move.
The academia has been watching you longer than you think. However, the fact that you resigned is proof that their suspicions were well-founded.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so they need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
Oh, technically we didn't need him and could have figured that out, so technically, yeah, he fucked it up.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now! If the academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest place would be... Yep, that's right!
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going. I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After him!
Please, wait! I want to go too!
You want to go too? If so, you have to promise you'll stay safe.
I want to find Grandpa. I promise I'll be careful and not cause any trouble.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Let's go! Remember, Paimon feels like we're missing someone, though.
Yeah, we are. We're missing one very important person right now. Ooh la la.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
So, where do we go from here?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert. But I was the one who brought him back.
Sprinting. Holy crap, I can't press F on these guys?
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand. Looks like we'll need to roll up our sleeves and do some work.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work. Okay. So, we have to dig it out? Whatever's down there, looks like it's buried really deep.
These are likely fragments of an academia-developed device, something akin to a headset. Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way because there are device fragments scattered around here. Let's split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find other things nearby.
Is this what we're searching for? It looks kind of scary.
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have been part of the plan. They must have been attacked along the way.
Wait, what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand, I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Checks out.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
Running on sand is so tiring.
But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Of course it is.
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Yeah, he's a real dog, huh?
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Dia? Why would you... Dia!
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru village?
No, she didn't. She was trying to lie to these guys.
So, this is the great General Mahamatra.
Damn
Dear,
it.
you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. Seen for yourself. I have the means and methods, and my ideals are far more admirable than theirs.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can deter us from the grand
I'm
mission
fighting these guys,
of
aren't I?
resurrecting King
He
Deshret.
has the face of that other guy.
Once our Lord of Old returns to this land,
What's
we will
his
have a
name?
new beginning.
From Inazuma.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction.
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring King Deshret back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything we have.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and the moon no longer shine here. All you see now is cracks in this desiccated land. But fate has finally dealt me a hand to play against the Academia.
Academia make the
These
rumor
scholars
themselves.
in
There
our
is no
custody
King
will
Deshret, guys.
stomp the Academia's forces and fight our way beyond the wall of Samiel.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The Academia controls the entirety of Sumeru. Your powers are negligible in comparison. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these 2 men. They're also against the Academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
They look more like pawns of the Academia to me. Why would I listen to anything the people of Greater Lord Rukkhadevada have to say? Filthy
Because
traitors.
it's only the Lesser Lord Kusanagi
Your
now.
god abandoned all honor and betrayed King Deshret.
That's not what happened.
We desert dwellers will never
Self-sacrifice.
trust the likes of you.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile. Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the Academia? These people have no value as bargaining chips, but I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage. These scholars were exiled from the Academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Wait, you can't be serious.
Oh, that makes sense.
You want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly accept my offer.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars, perhaps even find out the truth.
Think you can talk me over with that confident look of yours?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the Academia.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the Academia?
Not all desert dwellers believe in King Deshret, and the same applies to the Academia. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the Academia's way of doing things?
You Academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side of that wall. I've made myself clear enough. I won't
We are all the
listen
Dendro
to
Archons
another
people.
word from the Dendro Archons people.
Even King
Not
Deshret.
so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me? Do you trust me?
We've known each other for years. Of course I do.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm. Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the Academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
Alright, armor's pretty cool.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. And mercs don't tend to live long unless they have their wits about them.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the village keepers together.
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate! He just wants to make things more difficult!
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Ramon, I'm holding up my end of the deal here. You'd better not let me down.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it!
Dia!
Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces? You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon tomorrow.
Phew. I was really counting on him not going through with it.
Dia! That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm. Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb, you gotta double down to seal the deal, you know?
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them. If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot more where they came from. Even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are others out there. Wiping them out would do more harm than good.
As you wish.
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened. I should have trusted you.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself? Okay, let's get moving. We should head back to the village and rest up. Today was just a trial run. Noon tomorrow is gonna be the hard part.
If my predictions are correct, it's going to normalize itself and give me 3 this time. So yeah. Did she just make tea? Or popcorn? Bloody hell, she made popcorn.
Let my name echo in Stray clouds converge! Watch out! Attack! Shine down! Ha! Ha!
Coming at ya! Hiya! Cha! Ha! Hiya! Ha! Strike a pose!
Yeah!
Wow, I was wrong. It's extremely extra stingy right now. Okay. That's right. I mean, do I have one? So much popcorn? We're gonna need to wash it down with some. Very cool, huh?
All the world holds deep is but a backdrop of constant motion.
Skyward! Got her!
Ad Astra. Thank you for complete.
Wait, what? Oh, there it is.
The secrets of the mechanical arts are too profound to convey in a few simple words. Oh, but why must the listener grow weary whenever I begin to divulge them?
Skyward! Illusion shout!
Showing you a trick!
Watch out!
Hiya! Ha ha!
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Shine down!
Coming at ya! Strike a pose!
Illusion shattered!
Showing you praise! Let my name echo in song!
Stray cloud converge!
Fire! Well,
Inazuma shines eternal!
Actually, her healing is like really crazy at level 8. Before it wasn't this crazy, but now it's literally ridiculous. Just twos. I think they just made this boss extremely stingy. I basically have to fight him 10 times, now it's 9. Because he's literally always dropping twos. I wish I could reset bosses like this though. That would have been nice.
Skyward!
you're all here so early!
Looks like we have everyone here. Isak, are you sure you want to come with us?
I'll watch from a safe distance. Dia, I want to be there to bring Grandpa home.
Okay, let's go then.
Dia,
Wait,
What's the matter?
I heard that you were quite reckless yesterday. No more of that today, understood? Or I'll be very upset with you.
Fine.
Skyward! Get her!
Oh, I'm not running all the way there. Ah, what? No. What did this chicken even drop? Who even needed that? Hmm.
Yeah! Skyward! Get her! Yeah! Get her! Yeah! Skyward! Get her! Yeah! Skyward! Get her! Yeah! Skyward! Skyward! Yeah! Skyward! Get her! Yeah! Skyward! Get her!
There is no escape. Strike attack.
Yeah! Skyward! Get her!
Hiya! Coming at ya! Haha! Hiya!
I'm loving this treasure hunt.
Yeah! Skyward! Get her! Yeah! Skyward! Get her! Skyward! Get her! Skyward! Get her!
Shine down.
Yoo-hoo! Coming at ya! Watch out!
Did she even hit just now?
I'm loving this treasure hunt.
I don't think they'll be getting up, okay.
Strike a pose!
There is no escape!
Time to shine!
Seize the skies!
Coming at ya! Attack!
Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish! Ha! Ha!
But a momentary distraction.
Go.
Skyward! Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Well, I'm seeing in the horizon there. What is that blue glow? Really?
Yeah! Skyward! Shine down!
Sunglasses are great at keeping the sand out of your eyes so you can see your way. Except at night. Then you can't see anything at all.
Skyward! Scatter!
They got here before us.
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon overslept by 5 minutes and held everyone up?
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. Although, you brought fewer people than I imagined.
Bring him over.
Grandpa! Why is there only one of them?
Raman, I've always thought of you as a man of his word. What's this about?
It's a one-for-one exchange. Sounds fair, don't you think? And let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind of deal with the Dendro Archon's people is already a huge compromise on my part. Don't you think you've asked enough?
You stay right there!
Boy-mate! What do you think you're doing?
Grandpa!
Don't you see this blade here? You coward! Why are your hands shaking? Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
It's a disguise. That is Lesser Lord Kusan.
Paimon's dizzy.
That only Electro things had super speed.
This day's going just great.
What a nuisance.
The sand dune collapsed. I saw an energy field. The village keeper protected us. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said, it may well have been the remains of Lesser Lord Kusanali's power inside the scholar's body. The Dendro Archon. The present one.
Grandpa? Grandpa? Oh no. He's getting confused again.
Hey, look around you.
Did there used to be a temple here?
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, it exposed these underground structures. The symbols on the gate belong to King Deshret's civilization. This structure must be ancient. Over time, the sandstorms completely buried it and left it in the state we see now. It could have been an underground palace in the distant past.
Oh, a miracle. Praise King Deshret!
What's he
Was
doing
Lesser
here?
Lord
And
Kusanali,
his
you
men
idiot.
too?
They must have fallen down here with us. Pretty lucky if you ask me. Most of them seem in really bad shape. Except for him. He got off lightly.
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time for conflict. Our exalted lord has shown us the way to his sacred palace.
He's not actually gonna go in there, is he?
As it happens, I want to take a look inside too.
What are you doing?
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from harm, and the next, remnants of King Deshret's civilization appear. Two major deities are vying to showcase their power to us. It would be a shame not to witness them both.
Paimon thought you weren't interested in gods.
Indeed. In my view, gods are just a higher form of living being. Or creature, you could say. New discoveries are always worth investigating. Whether they have anything to do with gods is neither here nor there.
Raman, what are you gonna do about your men?
I'll just let them lay here. King Deshret will take care of his people. Right now, I'm going inside.
Raman, almost Ramadan. Same.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Fire, ice? I don't see myself needing fire or ice. Not like I don't have. That's why this is fine.
It's full of life here. This defies comprehension. It looked completely desolate from the outside. Yet, it flows with energy inside.
Yeah, and there's so many plants. It's so pretty.
Sir Raman.
Huh? Me?
Do you see another Raman here?
Are you mocking me? What do you mean, sir?
Interpret it however you want. But there's something I'd like to draw your attention to. While this structure is clearly left over from King Deshret's civilization, the energy that flows in here is that of the Dendro Archon.
Whatever you say. It's not like I have a vision.
There's nothing to be angry about. Think of this as an academic journey.
It does seem kinda strange. If that's true, then we might have to explore this whole area to find an explanation.
And I'm sure we will. This game. Internal map. It's one. It's two. Three. Elevator. Elevator. Oh, cool magical elevator thing. Sword of Resurrection. This is King Deshret? What are we fighting here? Why do I need to...
There is no
of
escape!
course. That's why they wanted me to have fire.
Coming at ya!
I guess fire would make sense.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Scatter!
Hey there!
Shine down! Skyward! Scatter! Watch out! Illusion shattered! Shower me with... Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Watch out! Watch out! Shine down! Skyward! Ho! Scatter!
Let the world come alive!
Make way to...
Where'd that come from?
I got stun locked like crazy.
Torn to oblivion! Ha! Ha!
Whoa, okay. We're going really deep.
Now that's a sight to see. King Deshret's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of King Deshret.
Oof. Wow.
It's getting brighter! Oh, it looks so beautiful!
Get a picture of this. Sonali. Anubis.
Wait. What's that?
A load of flowers.
I think it's your family
It
member,
looks like
bro.
there's something among them.
These are King Deshret runes.
They left something behind. Yes. It's an elegy written in an ancient script.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful priest Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
You can read ancient King Deshret script?
Of course. Every student needs to master at least 20 languages before they graduate.
He's not serious, right?
There's still something off about this place. The elemental energy here is too concentrated. The scent of life. Is it trying to tell us something?
Is this it?
Analyzing.
There seems to be a hidden message among these skeletal remains. Excellent. There's a device from King Deshret's civilization in this gravesite. I'll transmit the information over and project it for everyone to see.
Isn't sharing knowledge against the Academia's rules?
Yes. However, under the circumstances, I'd prefer you to see this for yourself. You'll understand after watching it.
If he's been here before, that kind of annoys me. Let's do immersion breaking.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. King Deshret brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for Greater Lord Rukkhadevata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples
That's who we need.
and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end.
Another one of those
As
guardians.
I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping King Deshret to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
What was that?
That's pretty cool vision.
Priest's memories.
No, impossible.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So the former Dendro Archon and King Deshret were never enemies at all.
But this doesn't make any sense. The Dendro Archon's followers. They're clearly...
Was that the former Dendro Archon? She became so tiny in the end.
You might be distrustful of the Akasha, but there's no reason for you to doubt King Deshret's technology. You've just witnessed his priest's last words.
I've never heard about any of this before. The surviving followers of King Deshret all gathered in Aru village. Our god did not make mistakes. We refused to believe any of the rumors. King Deshret's death, the all but total annihilation of our civilization, it was all Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's doing. We saw her as nothing more than a traitor, who stabbed us in the back in our moment of crisis. Just like us humans. Fighting, feuding, double-crossing each other to survive in the desert.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
Yep.
If I hadn't seen this for myself, if I hadn't witnessed his last words with my own eyes, ears, and heart, how could I ever begin to accept this? The truth is so far from what I've always known. Am I really supposed to believe that after all these years, all this time seeking revenge, suddenly now my enemy is my savior?
Well, they were never your
Ramon,
enemy.
that's enough. Give it a rest. You're starting to make a fool of yourself.
Dia, tell me, my Eremites and I, what are we even fighting for?
Stupidity.
Hey, how you doing?
I'll live. Thanks. I should probably go. Can't just stay here forever.
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're going to ask. I feel deeply ashamed of everything I've done. You'll get everything you're asking for. But please, give me some time. After everything that's happened here today, somehow I need to explain it to the others.
It's not gonna be easy.
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with. Dia, this is where our camp's located. Make a note of it.
When would be a good time for us to go?
Tomorrow, I'll convince everyone that we're all on the same side. And I'll return every last one of your your village keepers. We'll share our other resources with you too.
He's gonna get assassinated so they could have their
You
stupid
seem to
prejudice war.
finally understand that our true enemy is the sages.
Yes. The gods never gave up on anyone. It's the people responsible for all this that need to face the consequences of their actions.
Zattemunda.
That must have been rough, but he seems to have figured things out now.
Ramon's no fool. Being the leader of your own faction in the desert is no easy feat. It's too bad he was held back by his belief in King Deshret. But now that that's changed, I guess we have a few more people on our side.
The outcome, at least, is favorable.
We should get going too. Let's head back, have a proper meal, and a nice, long sleep.
Nothing
We'll
but
need all our
bathing?
energy tomorrow. Dino, we're leaving!
Sino's ancestor, huh?
Stop yelling.
Yes, there's not much there. Oof, that's pretty far. Ah,
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Skyward!
Perhaps one should invent some form of
Strike attack! There is no escape!
Color Zoo.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Skyward! Yeah! Yeah! Rah! Yeah! Yeah!
These could be salvaged for parts.
Skyward! Scatter!
Any progress?
Raman, we're here.
Everything's been arranged. Someone will bring the village keepers back to Aru village shortly.
I guess all I can say now is thanks for agreeing to help.
Ah, don't mention it. I think we can both agree you went to hell and back for it. But we share a common cause now. From here on out, we're allies.
Where are the perpetrators?
I'll bring you to them. Follow me.
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Oh no, it's the scribe!
There's no need to yell. No one can help you now.
We've been all over the desert trying to find you!
That's right.
General Mahamatra? No, no! Make it quick, please! Swift and painless!
Whoa. The moment they set eyes on Sino, they turned pale like they've seen a ghost!
You should have known that I would be coming for you.
Wait, we were just following orders! You know what I'm talking about, right? There's no way we could have done all this by ourselves!
No, not Sino. He's gonna tear us limb from limb.
I could do worse.
Please have mercy!
Start talking. Otherwise, I'll have to resort to other methods.
So, your superiors have kept you quite busy recently. Why? What are they trying to accomplish?
They, wanted to extract canned knowledge.
Don't play dumb. You know what I'm really asking. They extract divine canned knowledge. Then what?
I really don't know how to explain it.
Well, you better start talking or you'll be sorry!
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
Be my guest.
Uh-huh. That sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor or anything. You're serious, aren't you?
How did you know?
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. They are creating a new god. A god that will belong to them and to the people of Sumeru. It may seem as if Sumeru's academics are thriving, but ever since the death of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, scholarly breakthroughs have been few and far between. The withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like, if only Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was still with us.
Still with us.
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up. They called him the Doctor. He brought a gnosis and said he wanted to borrow the Academia's research facilities. The Doctor was previously expelled from the Academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he said those words, everyone's expression changed. He asked them, "Do you wish to create a god?"
This is what the arrogant ignorance at the extreme end of academia looks like.
First, the Academia spent a long time constructing a divine vessel, which was based on an exquisite humanoid puppet. After that, they harvested dreams via the Zeb-Zerus festival Samsara, maximizing the Akasha's output. With the Doctor's help, and the Akasha now functioning at maximum efficiency, they were able to use it to extract the power from the Gnosis and convert it into a divine core. Next, they decided that their new god needed to possess divine wisdom. For that to happen, they needed a huge quantity of divine canned knowledge.
It adds up.
But how do you determine whether the knowledge extracted is of divine origin?
Call it an educated guess? The Academia has been trying to figure out the exact source of the Scholar's madness for centuries, but to no avail. Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Surely you can see what that implies, Scribe Al-Haytham. If it's knowledge no mortal can comprehend, then it must be something only gods are able to decipher. In other words, it's the source of the god of wisdom's omniscience and omnipotence.
You must have noticed by now. The Academia doesn't care about who their god is. It's the ability to exercise control over knowledge and wisdom that matters. It is as if they are cursed with a desire for omniscience and omnipotence that burns in their blood. Some organisms demonstrate phototaxis, and thus orient their entire lives in respect to sources of light. For the sages, their only source of hope is the existence of a deity who embodies the acme of wisdom. This is but a form of phototaxis. For many scholars, the absence of a god of wisdom means stumbling in the darkness for the duration of their lives.
Then what does Lesser Lord Kusanali mean to you? Is she not a true god present in this world? If you already have a new god, why try to create another one?
From the beginning, the Academia has never treated her as a god. When the Academia first discovered Lesser Lord Kusanali, the newborn god of wisdom, the sages hoped that she would be as wise as Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But upon evaluation, they found that at the time she possessed no more intelligence than any ordinary human child. The sages never had a ruder awakening. This forced them to accept that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata had indeed passed away. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali's gnosis had been used to power the Akasha this entire time. By herself, she has neither an Archon's raw power, nor the spectacular insight expected of a god of wisdom. Slowly but surely, people began to forget about her existence.
So, this is the path the sages have chosen.
All right, let's try to keep our cool. If everyone's in a bad mood, then let's change up our scenery. Raman, give me a few men to help us escort the village keepers back to the village. And these two scholars, they're coming too.
Sure, as you wish.
Skyward!
Those were accidental jumps. I tried to hit W.
The village keepers you found have all been returned to their homes, and each one has a dedicated caregiver to look after them. The two new scholars are being kept under close supervision, too. Really great work, everyone.
The atmosphere is so heavy. Hey! Say something! Stop spacing out!
Yeah,
Come
literally
on,
speak.
is there nothing left to talk about? In that case, let's all get some water and try to think about something else.
Or I can go fetch some snacks.
Oh, Paimon's so coming with you.
Do you have any plans, traveler?
Gods above, you're not talking about work, are you?
So you were still withholding some information?
Even though we lived through all of this firsthand, it still feels super surreal to hear you talk about it again.
What a whirlwind of a story. I felt like I was holding my breath the whole time.
It seems
What
like
do you
there'll be
even tell
more
them?
issues
Oh yeah,
to
the
face in the
Samsara
days ahead than
probably.
I'd anticipated.
In the vision of the
Still, now's a good time to make our next move.
of the
Now that
Archon
Ramon's
bubble
joined
thing.
us, we'll be an even
Present.
stronger team.
It's time to make a plan.
Indeed. These events are a flagrant transgression of the rules in every sense. We cannot allow it to continue.
So, everyone, are we on the same page?
Crush the sages and rescue our god. That is our ultimate goal.
Well, let's brainstorm a little more about what other resources we can draw on.
The next time we gather here, we must have a solid plan.
Yep, it'll work out for sure.
Confidence is virtue, yeah? Oh, that's interesting.
The past few days have been some of the most challenging work I've ever taken on, and none of it'll earn me a single mora. I can't believe it.
Look on the bright side, dear. Maybe we'll get a huge reward after this is all over.
You've got a point. Hey, what would you do if you woke up tomorrow with more money than you could ever spend?
Paimon would buy boatloads of tasty snacks.
That's it?
And maybe some tasty drinks as well?
Well, here's to all our indulgent fantasies. And here's hoping that everything we do from now on will change this world for the better.
You must let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Though I cannot leave Aru Village, I can't help but feel stirred when I see the looks in your eyes. I've never felt as roused as this when fighting alone in the past. I suppose this must be the power of camaraderie.
It makes sense.
Your memory is far superior.
Why wouldn't I wait until the next day in the actual... Did you walk past me?
Candace, we're here! Has everyone arrived?
Everyone is already waiting inside.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's...
Please, wait a moment. Before attending the meeting, I hope you can promise me one thing.
What do you need?
Promise me that you won't commit to anything too reckless.
What do you think?
Okay.
Yeah! Skyward! Got him!
The clouds are like picture.
I wonder if this was faster than just hitting the teleport.
Everyone's here so early! But why isn't anybody talking?
We already discussed things a bit.
Hey, where have you been? I've missed you too.
Are you ready?
Very well.
Are you sure this is gonna work?
I gotta admit, it's bold. Color me impressed.
It's worth a try.
The point of discussion is to arrive at a solution. Let's cut the small talk and move to the next point.
You're making Paimon nervous.
You're finally done.
I have some other stuff to take care of. Catch you all later. Come on, don't give me that face. I know what you're going to say. I'll be careful.
That's what I wanted to hear. Take care. Well, traveler, Paimon, judging from your expressions, the meeting must have been quite productive.
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but I can sense people's emotions. And based on your reaction, things must have gone quite well.
Paimon's a little worried. Hopefully nothing will go wrong.
To be honest, I feel the same. But you're already some of the most capable people I know. So you have my trust.
Candace gave us a compliment.
Your deeds speak for themselves.
Candace, we stayed behind to tell you that, although you won't be coming with us, we'll be sure to remember your words.
I'm very glad to hear that. I've said the same thing to everyone here today as I said to you when you arrived. Your safety is the most important thing. Only when you're safe can the plan be successful. So please, take care. You're welcome. And thank you for taking my advice. Good luck. With everything. I'll be here in the village praying for you.
Or I can level her ass and put her on the team. There is still Caribert. And we didn't even start with the Water Nation. Popcorn? Yep. Real-time
Peace
sand
prevails
physics.
throughout the land,
Very
and all
cool.
things are made new, as buds in the spring. This is
Grass
an
too.
auspicious era for humanity.
Well, we'll call it a day here. Catch y'all next time.